네, 편하신 대로 시작하시면 돼요.
I'm gonna ask you first question.
Go ahead.
So, Ivan, what is the Regent Engineering Transfer Program?
Aren't you going to introduce me who I am, or let me introduce myself, or how it's going to work?
Actually, don't really need because they're gonna cut.
Oh, okay, okay.
No, it's okay. If you want to do that, just do this.
No, it's fine. I mean,
Because maybe that's
okay.
better.
David saying keep it secret. A secret. Okay, go ahead then.
A secret.
Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay, go.
So, Ivan, what is the Regent Engineering Transfer Program in Georgia Tech University?
Valdosta State University is one of the several universities in Georgia that have a transfer program in engineering with the Georgia Technological Institute. Georgia Institute of Technology is basically one of the highest ranking technological institutes in the US and probably around the world. Valdosta has the pre-engineering program, the first 2 years. So students who successfully complete that program are eligible to transfer for the last 2 years and receive a bachelor's degree from the engineering programs at Georgia Technological Institute, which is, I think, a very prestigious institution, but also financially is a very good deal. Those that graduate from this program find jobs almost, there is a waiting list for the graduates from these programs. And the specific engineering program, of course, will be decided by the student. What kind of engineering do they want to go into?
All right. Okay, so now the second question is, I heard the Valdosta State University had international exchange program. Could you explain for us?
We have several. First of all, we have bilateral exchange programs, meaning programs, exchanges with other partner universities. We have the last, I believe we have 24 partner institutions around the world. And this is one form of exchanges. When students go either for a short exchange, the summer programs, for a semester, or one academic year exchange. And those, we have programs include, for example, the Toulouse School, Business School in Toulouse in France, or the Institute of Chemical Industries Business School in Barcelona, and many other institutions around the world. Now, our capabilities for sending students on exchanges, and mind you, when I say students, if you are a Valdosta student, doesn't matter what your nationality is. You can go on all programs that we have. So the ISEP, the International Student Exchange Program, expands this capability for exchanges with the prestigious universities around the world. About 500 of those. The number varies in the questions. It serves as a clearinghouse system when the student actually pays in Valdosta fees, and Valdosta room and board in some cases, in most cases actually, and they go study abroad. So for the price they pay in Valdosta, they can go to some of the most prestigious universities in the world, including, I believe, some of the most prestigious institutions in Korea, like Yonsei, the Korean National University, and what else was there? UA University is part of it. How you pronounce that? I'm afraid Ajo?
Yeah,
Ajo University. So I understand it. I don't need to explain to those in Korea
they're quite famous universities.
how prestigious those institutions are. We have a similar opportunities for exchanges around the world, in Japan, in Europe, I mean, just name it, in Latin America, some of the, they also have some old and prestigious universities, so it's part of the program. And students can go for one semester or one academic year. Obviously, we do not allow students who do not perform well academically to go on exchanges. So there is, we put some standards. We try to send students whose academic GPA average is around 3.0. We also, for the parents, they should know that we send the students when we think that the students are mature enough to go and be responsible and deal along with the situation in the academic. But those are great programs, I think. Students come very enriched. They make a lot of friends, a lot of professional contacts, and it's much easier for them to find employment with such a CV that they are building during their period of study.
Yeah, I think it's a very good program. So next question is, what is the advantage to go to Georgia State than other states?
Well, currently, actually, Georgia, the public university system of Georgia is a very collaborative system. And it has, especially Valdosta State University during these times of financial crisis, has maintained a very solid financial standing. We, of course, have to follow the politics of the state, but the state of Georgia was also relatively spared from the economic crisis, which, for example, in states like California, to some significant extent, Florida, have suffered a lot, and universities have to increase the tuition over 27%, which is rather significant. However, I'd say that, and I can speak about Valdosta State University, the advantage is that this is a student-centered university. What it means is that all classes are taught by professors, not by graduate assistants. Second, that most classes are in a small group environment, relatively up to 30 students. And this allows the students to be assisted better and to have a better environment for them, for the faculty, for the teachers to be able to control their progress and help if their help is needed in a particular area.
All right. Okay. So, what is the merit of 1+3 program?
In the sense of...
So what is the merit of a 1+3 program?
The partnership in which between Dongguk University and Valdosta State University, where your organization provides the logistical support for, is a new step in the development of the joint programs. There's the so-called joint programs, that 1-3 program that we started working on, is a new level of partnership and trust between institutions, trusting each other and working in a collaborative manner. What it means is that we basically, simply speaking, trust you with the quality of your education enough to admit your students into our programs as sophomores, to recognize their credits here. The second issue is that we also look from a financial perspective. We basically, the program allows the students that come through this program to study at a half price of what out-of-state students would be paying otherwise. Georgia is a relatively, and Valdosta State is a relatively, for the U.S., inexpensive institution. However, this program allows the students to benefit from this partnership, and it's advantageous financially for the families of the students to save not a significant amount of money by studying at Valdosta and having a high quality education.
All right. Okay. So the last question is, after finished the first grade in Dongguk University, they are going to go to Valdosta University. So how you can make them comfortable to adjust at Valdosta University?
There are several components to that. Now, this is the academic component, and then just in general the student life component in this. So let me address the academic component first. The students who enroll in this program, depending on their level of English proficiency, would be either admitted directly or after doing an additional 1 or 2 modules of English as a second language at our English Language Institute. And so, first of all, we'll try that all students admitted would have a proficiency that will allow them to be successful. This is the most important thing, because there is nothing worse than a bad first step. And the students, we try to develop the confidence in the students that they are capable of doing well academically. We have several organizational units in addition to the English Language Institute, such like our Student Excellence Center, and that will be ready to help the students for no additional charge. They're open to all students to go if they have academic difficulties, to provide them with tutoring in individual subjects. Let's say they have a problem with mathematics, or they have a hardship with a foreign language. We have this tutoring service that university organizes for all students. Once they come, they become VHU students. They have all the rights and all the responsibilities. The second, also each program, each department has an academic advisor. And the students need to, basically, they will meet with the academic advisors, and the academic advisors will be helping them throughout the process of completion of their degree. So this is the academic advising portion is very important. Now, about student life, first of all, we have a very strong student organization of other international students that they're always partnering, trying to partner the incoming new students with other international students to help them out in the process. So when it's much easier when a student talks to a student to tell them what the problems are, how to basically deal with the situation. Also, our international student advisor has a commitment to organizing student life. We have a large Valdosta student government that basically provides, addresses different aspects of the student life. There are also capabilities, opportunities for sports if a student is interested in sports, very large athletic department, and so on and so forth. So briefly, the student is not going to be left alone. We also, yesterday in our discussion, Mr. Kwang mentioned the idea that your organization have to send a Korean coordinator that will also help to facilitate with solutions, troubleshoot, and basically provide personal attention to the students that are coming as part of this program. So I think it's a great idea and it will work very well, especially at the initial stage when the students may not feel brave enough to come and speak their mind, but they will learn very quickly, believe you me, how to go about those things.
All right. Thank you for answering our questions.
Sure,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
It's my pleasure.
Excellent.
Wow.
Okay.